Welcome to the Speed Art tutorial. I'm Lulu and I'm excited to have you here. I'm working in a little mini moleskine daily journal that has really thin pages and is not meant for art, but it's fun to push myself and try. So I just picked two different colors of acrylic paint and used a palette knife to spread it on. I used too much paint, so I'm spreading it on other pages as well. I like using the palette knife because it spreads the paint pretty thin and allows it to dry quicker. But like I said, I used too much paint here, so I am just using the acrylic paint itself to glue down some collage pieces. Just scraping a little bit off the background and then putting it on top. So since I have paint on the back and the front, it acts as an adhesive, so it just glues down the pages of collage right then and there. I grabbed some off-white acrylic paint and I'm using my finger to lightly apply it to my page. This allows me to just gently add paint to the creases of the paper to make them more prominent. And I also just really love using my fingers because it just gets me more involved in the process. I get that tactile sensation, and it's using more than one sense instead of just visual. I get that tactile. Here is some dark purple paint. This process is really just intuitive. I have no idea what I'm doing at this point. I'm just playing, grabbing paint colors, putting it down, and just playing around in this journal. Since it is tiny and the pages are thin, I can't do as many layers as I typically like. So this is a good way to challenge myself to work small. I'm experimenting with mixing colors here. I got a purple and like a green and then white, and I made this interesting gray color. I'm also exploring darker elements or muted tones because I don't generally gravitate towards those. So this is just all a big challenge. Making some marks with my paintbrush, dots and lines. Some weird squiggly shape. Just gotta answer whatever whim enters my head pretty much. So we have some little images being isolated. They're almost pod-like, but not quite. So I had the darker colors and now I'm trying to add a white to make it lighter, but the paint was not dry, so it started blending with the gray. So now I want to add some marker, so I had to make sure it was dry first. So I'm exploring the different tips of this big paint marker, making thinner lines and thicker. Nice fun bright yellow, neon yellow. I really love the contrast of the black on that page. I always like adding some black and white because it's just such a strong contrast and it draws the eye. So I want to get that black marker wet, and now I'm moving that black around the page. Bringing back some design, some mark making with my paintbrush. And then incorporating that neon yellow color on the opposite page. Since I have it on the right side, I want to try to make these pages a little bit more cohesive. Repeating patterns on both pages, but going in different directions. Here I'm outlining with a smaller pen those lines that I had drawn earlier with the pink marker. I still have no idea what the shape is. I'm just accentuating it. It's just visually interesting to me, so I'm just going with it. Now I'm adding all the finishing touches, just little details here and there, repeating patterns, lines, dots, and just making it all come together. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can find out more about me at lulubees.com. Go have fun and make some art.